Do you sometimes just not have the right words to describe the AI image that you want? Or maybe you're looking for a new art style to try in Midjourney. Today I've got 20 artistic styles and mediums that work great in your AI image prompts. Midjourney recognizes these artistic terms and will give your visuals an eye-catching edge. I've chosen diverse styles. Every creator is going to find something new to explore. In one of my other videos, I've already mentioned one of my favorites, chiaroscuro. Chiaroscuro means light and dark. It adds illumination and dark shadows to create a nice 3D effect. And if you like these dark shadows, use the term tenebrism. It means dark, gloomy, mysterious, and obscuring. Tenebrism, like chiaroscuro, uses light and dark contrast. Punches of light spotlight areas of action with deep shadows. If you're looking for a 3D sculptural look, try grisaille. Grisaille often uses a monochromatic palette in shades of gray, but you can ask for colorful grisaille. Midjourney won't bat an eye. You'll get colorful sculptures. Let's do one more dark look before we brighten things up a bit. Let's take a cue from the music world. Dark synth is a style of 1980s electronic music incorporating atmospheric horror. Using the term gives your images a dark, retro-futuristic, deconstructed look. In a previous video, I mentioned that you can add punk to any word to add a cool vibe. Wave works in a similar way. It gives everything a bit of a splash. But let's look at a very specific wave, vaporwave. Vaporwave is a colorful digital art inspired by electronic music and is heavily influenced by 1980s and 1990s computer graphic design. It features neon lighting and pastel colors. Keeping with the color theme, add prismatic to your prompt. Prismatic gives you facets of color, as if a rainbow split through a prism. There's often a geometric, gem-like structure to the images. Prismatic often has hard edges to the color, but sfumato softly blends the colors and edges to create indistinct outlines and hazy forms. The word sfumato comes from the Italian to smoke, so you'll likely get smoke in your image as well. But if you want bold colors with bold strokes, use the term impasto. In impasto painting, strong colors are applied to a canvas with thick brush strokes, creating a rough, textured surface and a 3D quality. And if you like the textured effect of impasto, you may also like the layered effect of pentimento. Pentimento means to change one's mind. The top surface of the image is stripped away and the underlying images become visible. This gives the image depth and complexity. In Midjourney, sometimes pentimento will give you a double exposure effect. If you like the pentimento effect, try using the term diffusion. Diffusion spreads and mixes colors and other elements, creating unique and interesting patterns. Diffusion art is often used to create stunning abstract pieces, as the unpredictable results of the diffusion process can create interesting and beautiful visuals. And if you really want to tear things apart, take a term from architecture and deconstruct your subject. Deconstructivism gives the impression of fragmentation. It also encourages radical freedom of form, creating unsettling and perplexing structures. In Midjourney, subjects seem to pull apart when you use the term deconstructivism. For a more organized pattern, you may instead like the term fractal. Fractals are infinitely complex, never-ending patterns. They are intricate, detailed, geometric shapes, like the pattern in a snowflake. With Midjourney, you can make abstract fractal patterns or use fractals as a texture. If you like your patterns more delicate and textured, you can't go wrong with the term filigree. Filigree is a term for metalwork. Metal is twisted and woven to create intricate textures and details. Filigree often features loops and swirls, creating delicate, lacy patterns, often in geometric designs. Midjourney will pick up on the metalwork and often add a metallic surface. If you like the idea of intricate filigree, but you want a little more depth, try asking for sgraffito. Sgraffito is the cutting away of a surface layer to expose color underneath. It creates intricate patterns, designs, and textures. It is often used to create a sense of depth and movement in art. Midjourney often picks up on the cutout effect used in wood or clay, where sgraffito is common. And if you want to add a stylized Asian twist, try ukiyo-e. Ukiyo-e is a type of colorful, stylized Japanese woodblock print. The word means pictures of the floating world. Ukiyo-e images have a distinctive, flat perspective, and the characters and scenes are often portrayed in an idealized manner. I've saved my personal favorites for last. If you've come this far in the video, these are my special treat to you. And now for one of my favorite layered effects, encaustic. Encaustic is a style of painting using wax and fire. It's a layered painting technique that uses heated beeswax mixed with paint to create a textured and layered surface. The term encaustic comes from the Greek word to burn. In Midjourney, using the word encaustic creates a colorful fluid effect like the colors have melted. If you want a bit of motion in your image, try asking for kinetic art. Kinetic art usually has motion, like sculptural mobiles. Midjourney may give you a sculpture, or it interprets kinetic art as motion blur or swirls. Kinetic can also include 2D images that extend beyond the borders of the frame, as if the subject is jumping out of the image. If you're looking for movement with a special effect, try prompting for op art or optical art. You'll get an illusion of movement, vibration, or hidden images through the use of optical illusions, patterns, and colors. Op art typically features abstract geometric forms and is often created using black and white or highly contrasting colors. But one of my favorite graphic styles is Aboriginal dot painting from Australia. If you've never seen Aboriginal dot painting before, that's okay. Midjourney knows what it is. Aboriginal dot painting is an indigenous form of Australian art that's become popular worldwide. If you've never seen it, it's a bit like pointillism. Colorful dots, circles, and other shapes create intricate designs and patterns. You might know the term feng shui as a Chinese philosophy behind interior design, but feng shui goes beyond that. It translates as the way of the wind and the water. Ask Midjourney for feng shui and your compositions will favor circular compositions in an Asian style, often adding the yin and yang, a symbol of natural balance and harmony. And finally, wabi-sabi. Wabi-sabi is more of a Japanese aesthetic than an artistic style, but Midjourney interprets the phrase as an art style. Wabi-sabi is finding the beauty in imperfection. Your Midjourney images will be gritty and muted with cracked and broken textures. They show the simple cycle of life and decay. Rather than seeking perfection, explore the imperfection in your images. Try adding these terms to your favorite prompts and combining the styles together for a unique look. Encaustic can work well with fractal and diffusion. There's nothing wrong with adding tenebrism, grisaille, dark synth, vaporwave, and prismatic all in one prompt. And fractal, filigree, sgraffito, ukiyo-e, and encaustic will give your images a really unique look. Share how you use these stylistic terms in the comments below. If this video is helpful, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is Jen at Making the Photo. Let's make something amazing together.